Hey guys, today's video is going to be all the reason as to why the juveniles are still here and pretty much why they're still here. So first off, I want to let you guys know who started it all. This little guy. So now that you know what did it, I'm going to introduce you. This is Little LeBron, as I refer to him on social media and on YouTube. But pretty much in my last video, or no, not my last video, but one of my more recent videos I uploaded a few days ago. It was like me rearranging my pet room, informing you guys about how I was going to be taking the juveniles to this pet store that I really trusted, even though I've never been there before, but I just heard really great things about that place. Long story short, it was, I believe, a Saturday. I went up there. It was like a 30-minute drive, so I mean it wasn't that bad. So when we finally got there, it was like already weird because I thought it was like this big nice store and everything. I thought it was this like extremely nice place and everything. Here we go. But it wasn't. It was like this really dusty, not dusty, but like dirty and worn down pet shop. So I went in and it wasn't like Petco or PetSmart. Instead, I went in there and there was a lot of like random tanks and random items for sale and things like that. It was like one of those really unique looking family owned pet stores. Keep in mind, this is not a chain pet store, so they have like hypos. I think that's the only bearded dragon type that they sold, hypos. Anyway, keep in mind, I call in advance, and this is after emailing them 3 times, because I called and they told me 3 times, email us pictures and we'll give you like a rate or something for them, and then we'll give you like a final when we get to the store or whatever. I emailed them 3 times, never heard back from anybody. One time like the day before I actually went up there, I contacted the lady and I was like, yeah, I emailed you guys like 3 times and I was just wondering if you guys are still interested in buying my dragons. Oh yeah, we are. I'll actually get you somewhere this time or whatever, something like that. I email her, never hear back from her. She says, I called her at around, I want to say 4, and then she said, I'll either call you by this evening or tomorrow morning, which was when I was supposed to be bringing them up there. So I called and she told me that, and I never heard back from them. So I called back again, and honestly, if you have to do this much work to get something done or to sell your animals to somebody, Bell or whatever in my head, but you probably shouldn't be selling them to that person. He's like, okay, are you gonna come up? So then I don't end up going up there that day. I end up going the next day to confirm with them, and he's like, oh, $25 per dragon, and I was gonna be selling him 6 dragons, and my neighbor was gonna be buying 2 dragons. Guys, I was literally just recording for like a good 15 minutes, and I finished the story. I look over at my screen, and it's not even recording, so I'm gonna try and pick off perfectly where I left off. So anyway, I called the guy. He said, okay, $25, come in. So I don't go in that day. I go in the next day, and pretty much I go in there, and it's weird looking. It's a weird looking place. It's like dirty on the outside. So I was like, alright. I go inside, there's just a bunch of random tanks, like, with animals in it everywhere. Nothing is really uniform or official. Keep in mind also that this is not a chain pet store. This is like a family-run pet store or whatever. So anyway, I'm looking at the dragons, and they have like hypos and everything. Well, that's like the only type of dragon they have. They're like orangish hypos. They're nice, like they're nice dragons. I'm not trying to say that they don't sell good dragons or whatever. I'm looking at his dragons, and then this guy comes, and he's like, oh, you're here for the dragons? And I'm like, yeah. So he runs back to like this weird corridor. The way that the store is set up, there's like the cashier, and then behind that there's like this weird room, but it's glass, so you can see like what's going on. So that guy ran back there to that little room. He was talking to some like older guy, and then he came back out and he was like, we can only buy them for $8. I was like, $8? I didn't say that to him, but I was like, why? But I was like being polite and everything, obviously. So he like starts to show me that a few of them have like nipped tails. So I'm like, okay, I get it, because like if this is what you do, this is your business, this is your brand, you want a good reputation, so you don't want to be selling bad products even though they're animals, but this is just what they sell. I'm like, okay, I understand that, but in my head I'm like, they're still not worth $8, and whatever. So after that $8 all went down, I was just like, yeah, okay, thank you, and then I left. But as soon as I got in the car, I was like, how did they even get nipped tails? Because I had no idea. So then the next morning, I like changed my room, like I said, the pet room. So my desk was closer to the hatchling so I can see them, and it's quiet at this point. It's early in the morning, and all I hear is like scurrying. Like, imagine scurrying on a newspaper, like a mouse or a hamster or a baby bearded dragon. On newspaper, like just in the little nails, like constant. And I'm like, I turn around really quick, and I see him with his brother or sister's tail in his mouth, and it's not even funny. Like, I don't know. I was just like, I started knocking on the glass, I stuck my hand in there, and he ran. But he is bad. Like, he's bad. He's a male, and he's like the most dominant one in there. He's the biggest one. He eats everything. I've spoken about him before, but yeah, he is bad. Like, he was biting their tails. I'm not sure. Like, I haven't really like done any research or anything into why they do that yet, because it's still kind of new to me, and I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to avoid that in the future. And with this new clutch that I have coming, I think it might have something to do with dominance and everything. But yeah, so he has a nice beautiful tail still, and a few of them have nipped tails, and I feel bad for them because it was like trying to scurry out of his mouth, and he only had the tip. But like, I looked in there, and I also saw another bearded dragon with like a nubbed tail with like dried blood on it, and I was like, I was so mad. And it wasn't anything like horrible. So if you look at his tail, like, they have like a long tails, so it was probably like that much, if you guys can see. Because this guy messed up his brothers and sisters, so the guy didn't want to buy them for the $25. I go to the expo, and like the lowest I see them there is like, $45, unless they have really like small hatchlings, which is not really healthy to buy them that small, and it's not recommended. It's recommended at least 6 weeks and or 6 inches. $25 ones are not. Anyway, guys, yeah, I'm sorry if the video ended up being long, but I really wanted to let you guys know why the juveniles are still here, and yeah, it's because their brother is a mean bully. Aren't you? Okay, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Definitely, if you're breeding bearded dragons, and this happens to you, make sure you separate as soon as you see the first sign of dominance or anything like that, because you definitely don't want to lose out on opportunities to sell your dragons to somewhat or at least decent breeders and everything, because they don't want to buy them because they have nipped tails. Oh my gosh. Okay guys, my dog is going crazy as you guys can see, but yeah, that's the story for today. That's pretty much why I still have the juveniles, and I just wanted to keep you guys up to date with that. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, follow me, Thank you for watching. Bye guys.